Here with us to explain what this all means going forward is the Executive Vice President of the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold. Brandon, good to see you.
Thanks for having me on the show, Tom.
All right, so let's start here. What's behind all these delinquencies? Is it just that people don't want to pay their bills, or did something else change? And it's a loaded question, but I'll take your answer.
Well, I think there's all sorts of things in play here. And certainly there's some irresponsibility on the part of some individuals. Some people were taking advantage of all sorts of government programs and started just spending like drunken sailors and never stopped. Not all those people are in Congress, but some are. And besides that, I think a lot of people are just trying to do their best in a really tough economy. And as prices have skyrocketed over the past couple of years, people are using their credit cards to a greater extent, not just to finance those occasional big purchases, but also to finance their day-to-day living expenses, their utility bills, their higher than expected gas bill, and certainly when they go to the grocery store, having to pay more. So these credit card balances have been building over some time. And then when the Fed started raising interest rates last year very aggressively, all of a sudden it became that much more difficult to pay off those bills. It can take decades to pay off even a few $1,000s of credit card debt if all you're able to do is make the minimum payment on your balance. So people are falling behind, especially lower income, working class Americans are falling behind in this economy. And that's why we're seeing this very unfortunate phenomenon.
How does inflation, fueled by the fact that wages aren't matching inflation, play into all of this?
Yeah, that's huge. For a long time during the post-pandemic period, we saw a situation where inflation was outpacing wage gains, and that creates this horrible wedge. It's a fancy way of saying prices were going up faster than raises were taking place. So people were falling behind. Fortunately, those lines crossed. So now wage gains are exceeding inflation, but that's in the aggregate. That's not for every individual. There's still a lot of people out there for whom their salaries and their wages are not keeping up with this pace of inflation. We just got an inflation report that said inflation is still north of 3%. Of course, this is all cumulative. So inflation today is added with all the inflation that we've experienced over the past 3 years or so. It means that prices are up 17, 18, 19% in a lot of categories over the past few years. So stuff is still really, really expensive, even though that rate of inflation has thankfully started to fall. We got a long way to go.
Are we seeing this increase as a result of new debt that came from, say, people buying credit cards or getting credit cards when interest rates were so much higher than they were, say, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, that's certainly part of it. It's just really hard to go out there. Money is really expensive right now. If you want to get a mortgage, you could be looking at a 7.5% rate, way higher than what it was early in the pandemic, when you might be looking at 2.5%. So that's created all sorts of real inequities in our economy. You see prices of houses increase quite a bit over the past few years. That's great news if you own a house, besides when you pay your property tax bill. But it's great news if you own a house, but not so great if you're renting and you're seeing your rent bill increase at a really high clip. Housing costs have increased 6% in this latest inflation report. So yeah, it's really tough out there. If you start falling behind, you can get this debt spiral where, again, you're making those minimum payments just to stay afloat on your credit card bill, just being able to pay off those auto loans, not to mention your housing costs, your rent, your mortgage, and so forth. It becomes really, really hard. And as interest rates keep climbing, it just becomes more and more difficult. That's one of the reasons I'd really like to see the Fed cut interest rates in the near future.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was going to be my very next question. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell has said that he does expect there to be at least several interest rate cuts this year. But at that point, is that ultimately going to help people who are already head over heels in debt?
It'll help a little bit. It's not going to be a silver bullet by any stretch of the imagination. It'll help a little bit. But those rate increases, I think, if anything, might be pushed back a little bit once the Fed gets this news that inflation has not fallen to below 3%, which is what they've been trying to get it below. Now that there's more work to do in their eyes, they may keep interest rates where they are for a little bit longer. We'll see. on that front. In the meantime, it would be nice if Congress and this president could do a little bit of work. The Fed isn't the only tool that we have to fight inflation. If Congress and the president could, say, restrain spending, that could go a long way to pushing down inflation. If they could do things like lower tariffs. Tariffs are taxes that consumers and American businesses are paying on imported goods. China's one big mess, of course, but lowering tariffs on friendly countries like Australia, Europe, Korea, Canada, all of these things could help reduce inflationary pressure and help everyday Americans quite a bit.
Brandon Arnold, we'll have to leave the conversation there. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.